hopefully this is recording. We are going to go over your money, your career, your love life to a general spread at the end. We're going to do the all signs, if you're dealing with an Aries, if you're dealing with a Taurus, if you're dealing with a Gemini, etc. or etc. If any card repeats, I'll point that out in case there's something you need to hear. If any sign repeats, I'll point that out in case there's confirmation of somebody you came here to hear about. If you like it, if it resonates, feel free to hit the like button, comment, share, whatever makes you happy. If it does not resonate, you might want to check out one of the other side placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And there are playlists for all the signs. So there's a Taurus playlist. You can, go through and see whatever, resonates with you. So, okay, this is skipping that. Okay, so, I look rough. Whatever. All right, so, Taurus, let's start with your money portion. And because I waited to the very end of the day on Sunday, I didn't record anything yesterday, and I waited to the very end of the day today. I don't know if anybody's actually going to see this. So let's see. We'll do the money portion, but I'm going to do things a little different. I'm going to pull an oracle card, and then I'm going to pull the tarot cards for the past when it comes to your financial situation. So financially in the past, these cards should represent what you've dealt with in the past. Wow, look at the conflicting energies. So financially, it looks like, okay, wait, before I say this, have there been a lot of ups and downs? Have there been a lot of ups and downs? Yeah, okay. So here's what I got. When I saw this, I was like, wait a minute. So a lot of you all have gone from, financially like a dry spell to things in the past, to where, you were flush, like you were doing really, really well, celebration type energy here. But I thought, wait a minute, this is the past. So I got a feeling of things going back and forth. So I ask, let my intuition guide me on this one. I said, has it been going back and forth, like your financial situation up and down, kind of a yo-yo? And this is what I got. This is what, if this doesn't answer it, nothing will, right? So that definitely clarifies that. So a lot of Taurus folks in the past, you've dealt with things being, going through ups and downs, financial ups and downs in the past. There was a lot of up and down, dry spell, then things were great. And I almost wonder if it's like very, in the past, well, let me know, somebody, let me know in the comments, if it's been like feast or famine, because this is like famine to feast. And I got this feeling like it was back and forth, back and forth. So this is the past. So what card, so nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. So this has to do with the past. So, nothing would, in the past, nothing came of the situation. I don't know if you've tried to like make things happen in the past and it just didn't seem to happen. So currently in your financial situation, I'm gonna use this. Yeah, so you are dedicated to trying to balance things out and make things, I want to say equal. I don't know, like when I think of balancing things out, like if you have debt, you're trying to like get rid of the debt so you can kind of put yourself in a good place. But look at this, and you may be dealing with court systems, hopefully not, to make it happen, to balance things out. But look at this. This is you trying to, just right now financially, you're trying to balance things out and put things in a steady, stable situation. And you're probably learning some lessons, financial lessons. So in the future, financially, what are you dealing with? Oh, and what was the other card? Have faith in your dreams. It's telling you to have faith right now. So whatever your financial dreams are right now, it's telling you to hold the faith, keep the faith. In the future, oh, I like that. But look at this. Whew, some more up and down though. Okay, so I'm going to tell the Taurus people that really need to hear this. I don't know what exactly is causing your ups and downs, but right in the future, look at this. Like you have stability, you're doing well. Like this is the rich man card. Don't get caught up in the genders, but this is like the person who's really, really, really stable. And then here we are, things up in the air. I don't know if you feel tied to something, a situation that has you up in the air. And it could be debt, I don't know, but look at this. In the future, time for a deep dive. So you're going to have to really, I'm Taurus rising and Venus Taurus, and I'm listening too, because this is my reading. You're going to have to really dig deep to figure out what is the cause. And it could be psychological. Is it psychological in nature? Is it belief systems that you were taught? The beginnings, possibilities, innocence, optimism, trust in life, blind faith. Trust in life and blind faith. Blind faith is what I'm really resonating with. So I feel like it may be. So for a lot of Taurus folks, the things that you may have been taught growing up really stuck with you, and you're having blind faith in these beliefs that could be causing you money situation. Is there any kind of, here, I'm going to ask, what advice do we have to deal with that? I don't necessarily feel like that's, here, let's use this one. I think it does have to do with childhood. Look at this. So you may have been given unrealistic beliefs when it comes to money. Because look at this Page of Cups. Look how this picture just, it's like somebody whose head's in the clouds. Well, actually his feet's in the clouds, but I mean, he's just, it's all, they're disjointed. And then here, another page, Page of Pentacles, focusing on stability. So maybe going back to childhood and what you were taught as a child, because that's affecting your money in the past, in the current, and in the future. So you have to do a deep dive on the beliefs that you were given. All right, so let's put these up here. Let's do your career and what in the past signifies your career situation. So in the past, I'm going to pull one of these. Career, we'll use these two for the past. So that came out twice, so I'm going to point that out. Or actually, you know what? No, because it was the, it wasn't. So the Fool card was the clarifier. Five of Swords. So you had to fight. Look at this, man. So what's the, okay, so when it comes to your career in the past, look at this. You took chances, and there was a lot of competition. So I don't know if some people, you've had to deal with situations in which people were very, they didn't play fair. Like there was a lot of, I don't want to say backstabbing, but look, people are looking for out for their own best interest in this, in the career situation. And what the answered prayer was the card that has to do with your career in the past. And anybody watching right now, we're gonna do the love portion after the career portion. Oh, all right, well, they dropped off before they heard that. So let's see. So this is the past. So currently, your career situation. What's going on currently? I'm going to tell you to hold the faith. And I felt the need to say that when I see this, like this is all about, luck is on your side. Even if you don't see it right now, strengthen your gifts. Okay, so this is what you're being guided to do. Because I am looking for, and I'm not going to go into specifics in case there are people that know me personally that may be watching this. Because there's a lot of people who are very curious about what's going on in my life, and sometimes I think they view the videos just to see if they can get nuggets of information, especially since there's a lot of people I've been recently cutting off so they can't know what's going on in my life because I don't like people being nosy and gossiping. But luck is on your side. There's a lot of cycles closing up. It looks like, actually, well, that is a Wheel of Fortune, but strengthen your gifts. So whatever your gifts are, you're going to have to work with those things. And the King of Cups, the reason I said keep the faith, I saw the chips and then I saw him offering the cup. So I'm going to actually ask for more advice on this because I don't know if you realize, a lot of Tauruses don't really realize just how lucky they are. And if you may be taking it for granted, I'm not busting on anybody, but I'm just saying. So advice, yeah, stick to, committing to yourself and stick to your commitments and stick to the things that you've learned, like life lessons you learned, and strengthen your gifts. So in the future, in your career, So in the White Newman Tarot, it has 2 cards added. A lot of decks are doing this. In this deck, they have the White Newman and the Black Newman, and it's the spirit. It's like a I almost want to say like a spiritual ancestor kind of thing. But this one is warning you to be cautious. And then you have the Sun card, so you have reason to be happy. So if you ask for something in your career, ask with sincerity. Be very humble and sincere, honest. And I still want to actually, I can't remember exactly what the Black Newman was. I knew it was a weird thing, and I normally don't do this. I normally don't go reading through my readings, reading books and stuff. But I'm gonna do it for this one because this is different. So I'm gonna even get the reader glasses out. All right, so with the Black Newman, the keywords are void, pending loss, or corrosion. The 2 Newman face their own extinction. Here's what the card is. This is supposed to be about your career, though, in the future. 2 branches upside down, about to burn in the sacred fire. The world is about to be spun upside down, and yet they still guard their altar, which drowns slowly into the depths. Once absorbed by the haze, their sacred nature shall depart. Simple beasts once more, still with the promise of a re-encounter with the divine. The Black Newman symbolize clinging on to causes that may seem lost, distraction, confusion, a challenge to faith with the knowledge that it shall return. And you know what? I'm going to take this as, remember what I just said? Keep the faith. You know what? And it's, oh my God. So a lot of Tauruses, I don't know, you might fall off with this, but a lot of Tauruses, the things that you were taught as a child, the things you heard, these beliefs that were passed on to you, consciously or unconsciously, that you took in and you took it on your own. And you're going to need to really have faith. So something, I don't know you may have heard things like, well, only the so-and-so get ahead, or only, that kind of, it doesn't make sense. Only people who do this or that, or backstab, or, go get underhanded, get ahead. If you were like taught intentionally or unintentionally, things like that, the things you heard growing up, and you actually took that on as a belief, you're going to have to re-examine and see things differently, because those outdated beliefs are holding you back financially and in your career. But when you do that, once you face that, then look at this. Look at how happy things are going to be. So once you accept that these things are not the truth, then you're going to be able to find happiness. And ask with sincerity whatever it is that you want. All right, so I'm glad I looked at that. All right, so this deck is very different. I like how it has the bottom enclosure. All right, so let's look at your love life. And I'm just going to put all that over there. I'm going to have such a mess. Like every time I do the readings anymore, I always have this big glob of like all these cards I got to separate. Okay, so in your love life, in the past, and I'm going to take one of these. All right, so, yeah, I'm going to take that too. Love life, in the past. Whew. Look at this. Holy crap. So, in the past, you've had to, I think, come to grips with, people aren't going to treat you necessarily the way you treat them. And you've had to learn to have boundaries. And having boundaries cause things to end. Yeah. So when you had boundary, you had to deal with, in the past, in your love situation, you had to deal with putting boundaries up and telling people what you would not tolerate. And when you did that, things ended. And the person probably ghosted you. They went away and tried to find somebody else that would let them walk all over them. Please don't hate me for ghosting you. You didn't deserve it, is what a card that you get that was, has to do with your past. It says, I can't help mentioning you to my close friends or family members. But when I read that, I don't get the best energy from it. They may mention you to people, a past person may be mentioning you to people, but it may not be in the best light. And I know you may not want to hear that, but it's not your fault. It's just, it is what it is. People don't like when you put up boundaries. So, and you have to do that for your own peace of mind and sanity. So, in the current, with your love life, you're trying to be patient. Look at this. And what is the card for this? Conclusions are within reach. I get, like, I'm seeing the moon. You know, obviously it's the Moonology deck, but look, the big bright full moon. It says full moon eclipse. So that usually brings big changes and faded situations. But look at this. This is the current. You're being patient. You're trying to be patient. And look at this. Now, this looks like the Ace of Swords, but it's actually the King of Swords. Not real warm, fuzzy energy. So you're trying to be patient, and it's almost like I think a lot of Taurus folks have almost gone unemotional. Now, sometimes you get a reputation for being unemotional, but you're trying to be very clear-headed about things. I almost want to warn you to just don't close your heart up. I feel the need to warn you that. So, what is in your current? What is the advice? What advice do we have for you? I don't know if this is trying to say to resurrect something from the dead. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe that's what the tarot was trying to say, but I don't know if personally, maybe I shouldn't put my 2 cents in it, but yeah, I would say this is more like what I would say. Focus on your stability, your financial stability, but you may be finding an opportunity in which, you know, something from the past that you thought was dead, is resurrected in the current. So, in the future, in the love life, what can we expect? And I'm going to pull one of these, one of these. All right, so there's another king. The Star card and the King of Cups. Now look at this Star card, though. This is not a healing, balancing out, patience, hope. It doesn't look anything like that. It almost looks like very Seven of Wands, like you're fighting off a beast. And the beast could be your... I don't know if this is still recording. Is this still recording? I don't even know what happened there. It disconnected. Well, okay. This is what happens when you do a live, crazy stuff like this. So it says it's connected. All right, so I'm gonna continue. So for anybody who didn't hear any of that, so in the future, the love life, I think a lot of you all are gonna be facing your own inner demons. And yeah, I know, right? And I don't know if Morgan's, yeah, I know what, like this is what happens when you go live. Weird stuff like this can happen. How you doing, by the way? But yeah, so you're gonna be facing a lot of, in the future, I think a lot of you all are gonna be doing some, you might be doing some healing because you're facing inner demons. And it's emotional, like your emotions. This to me shows like lots of emotional turmoil. Look, it says 0 viewers watching right now. Oh, Lord. So, you get prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus, which that's, you know, I mean, if we're talking about the love portion, is the prosperity, hey, cool, catch you live. What up, yo? Yeah, so, I mean, if this is your love portion, that's the future, then why is prosperity being brought out into it? I don't even know. But it could be a situation in which, like, a relationship comes on and it actually improves your financial standing. So there's that. And the two cards I pulled for the the relationship stuff is the love messages. I'm trying to be someone you can trust, and I'm a better person because of you. I feel more optimistic and full of life. So somebody that you've dealt with feels that they're a better person because of you, and they're more optimistic and full of life, and they're trying to be someone you can trust. So someone from the past is trying to be someone you can trust. All right, so let's do your general portion. I don't know if this makes any sense. Is there any advice before I even move on? I'm going to get advice. Focus on moving forward, not backward. And I almost want to say, leave the past in the past and gain control over, steer the direction of, where things are going. Look forward, not behind. All right, so in general, in the past, what have you dealt with? Offering love to... Oh, okay, no, that's swords. Ooh. Oh, man. So this is not... it's making sense to you, good. So in the past, in general, Queen of Swords again. So that's twice you've gotten that. And that's Libra energy. But Five of Wands. So drama... Look at this. Coldness and drama, and you having to have boundaries, and probably having to have boundaries with somebody who was very chaotic and dramatic, and they brought chaos with them wherever they go. And it could be somebody with Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Aries, Leo, or Sag. Somebody who's very fiery, because the first thing I see is the Fire Prince. So it could be someone who's very young-hearted but very fiery. It says optimism and aggression. Okay, so this represents the past, so what you've dealt with in general. So what about now? What are you dealing with in general right now? Feeling left out in the cold and feeling rising in Venus and Taurus. And so the Taurus readings, I'll watch them before I watch Cancer readings, because they usually resonate more. This, I don't know what this card says yet, but this so resonates with me right now. I'm not going to go into detail, but let's just say today started off on a note where I was just like, what the fuck, man? What is going on in my life? That's your focus right now, is your financial health. Because, and that makes sense, feeling like you don't have the things you need, feeling left out in the cold, things are a disaster, you're focused on financial health. Them up. So, in the future, what I'm was, what I'm going to pull this. I don't know why, but I felt the need to pull one of those. So in the future, something to do with love. In the future, what is going on with Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, folks? What? I haven't even looked at these cards yet, but I felt the need to pull this too. So, and didn't I say I felt the need to pull one of these? So what does this one say? I don't understand what this connection really is. Because it doesn't look like it is. Well, I'm going to keep going. And if it's later, what the crap? Later, what the crap? Recording anything. I could do the all signs just for shits and giggles, but it's not recording, then I'm probably going to have to redo this reading. Capricorn is all about the sex. That's, they might be addicted to sex. Are they